Hey YouTube, let's talk Go Battle Weekend because this is a team that was my lead into Go Battle Weekend. So I was at 2840. I dropped like multiple hundred elo. I was down to like 2600, and then I started with this team end of Friday. I was trying to find new teams. Not a lot was working, and I went 8-0 with this team. Um, I yeah, so I was like went three in the one set and 5 on the next set to get back up to 2700. So I was 2700 heading into Go Battle Weekend. And then I was like, okay, I just went 8-0 with this team on Friday. This is the team that's going to help me run on Go Battle Weekend. I'm just going to run with this team. And then it was just like a crap ton of, like, there's a lot of things that, I think there was a couple things that came up here. One was, um, there was a lot more toxic teams on the weekend. So you saw a lot more like Bastiodons. I saw a lot more Bastiodons on the weekend, which between Talonflame and then cradily with acid and stuff like that, it's just like generally tough. Um, and then I saw, because there's so many Bastiodons and Gastrodon's already one of the best Pokemon in this game, I saw a ton of Gastrodons, and Gastrodons are even a bit of an issue. It just seemed like a lot of things did not go my way with this team. So I started like 0-4 on the Go Battle day on Saturday. And then with it, changed the team up. And then it was just bad team after bad team after bad team of just worked for 3 or 4 battles, and then I lose like 5, and then it worked for tried a new team, it worked for 4 or 5 battles, and then I lose 3 in a row. It's just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and then um, Sunday afternoon, as I'm on my like 175th battle of the weekend, I'm like frustrated. I think I'm frustrated. I tried like stupid teams. Like I was just being dumb. I was trying like stuff like Wigglytuff and Bastiodon and like a toxic team with like not a good third pairing. And the team didn't make sense. And I go like 0-5 there. I'm like, of course I want 0-5. This team is stupid. So it's just me getting in my head and then just getting frustrated and going on tilt sort of thing, and screwing up my elo. So I'm down to like 2,500 now. So we'll see if I can make that back. But yeah, a very frustrating Go Battle weekend. I mentioned in my video this morning. I always go bad on Go Battle weekends. I don't think I should try to push 100. I think it's just a mental thing that I always want to push 100, but I probably should not do that. But yeah. Anyway, the team itself, my thought process was like Talonflame can kind of ramp through most things. Um, I was it's half Bastion, but it's mostly rock users. So even Cradily is a bad matchup for Talonflame because you just get outpaced. Um, so I wanted to use Scizor, and then I'm like, okay, you're gonna have real problems with water Pokemon, so that's where Cradily comes in. And again, it worked very well for a while. I think I mixed in some of the battles here, so again, it was a huge win streak followed by a huge loss streak. Go from there. So this is what I'm talking about. So you can, this is a Bullet Seed, so that actually makes this matchup a little different because the acids would add up. Bullet Seed is resisted, but it does make them charge a bit faster. So they get to the first Rock Tomb. Trying to fast move time there, and I did hold back, so that's kind of nice. Blastoise comes in. That was pretty quick, so I'm assuming just a Hydro. Yeah, and again, having played that matchup in reverse, I know that 2 Hydros from a Blastoise does not take out a Cradily. The Shadow does, the non-Shadow does not. Unfortunately, they do leave them with 1 HP, so they are able to get off 1 more Hydro, take me into the red, but again, it will not take me out. They will come in with their own Cradily from the lead. I'm going to lower its attack immediately because Bullet Seed's not a hard-hitting move, and now you're putting a lot of pressure on them to throw a move here, because if they don't, I'm probably going to get to another move. That's exactly what happens. Do get to another move. They try for the aggressive Bullet Seed down after I lower their attack. Not going to happen. And they just sacrifice it, which is kind of shocking. Unfortunately for me, Talonflame in the back, which means I will need to hopefully sweep with this one, because if I don't, Scizor is going to get lit up. So they do Flame Charge. I'm at my second fly. If that doesn't take me out, hoping that I can win CMP on the next one, which I should be able to. I'm a 14 attack here. They don't even try and go. I guess they were 1 short. Get that third fly off. All that energy that I banked in the first one there coming in helpful. Talonflame against Florges. This one, same thing. Fairy Wind resisted. Chilling Water, super effective. You cannot take a Chilling Water. So going to Shield. Going to Fast Move Time 5 versus the 2 turn. So I'm going to go here and then the flame charge. They're likely to shield. And if they shield, then I'm going to have to shield back the next move too. And when you shield back and they lower your attack, you're not going to be able to take them out here. So you have to go incinerate, flame charge. And then if they let this go, you'll obviously take them out. If they don't, they can take you out. So now you need to make the decision to probably catch here. And I think that's what I did most of the time. And I did try to snipe there. Unfortunately for them, they came in Gastrodon when I had a little bit of energy advantage and they have no shields. So that Trailblaze is going to one-shot here. And it is a Corviknight in the back. They do get to move. That's just Air Cutter. Probably not enough to take me out from this range. Yeah, leave them a couple HP, which is even better because that means they just dumped energy. And Night Slash is boosted, so it does take them 50%. And when it comes to Talonflame, they do eventually snipe. Yeah, so there's the energy they banked, but didn't even take me out. Interesting, but they already are in the deep yellow. So even if they get to a payback, Cradily's got some bulk. Not going to be anywhere enough to take me out. And they should basically be in Rock Tomb range here. Gastrodon. So, you know, out of all the water Pokemon you're going to see, not the worst. Because you get to the fly at the same time they get to the water pulse. So I immediately grab a shield and go straight Cradily, hoping that I can, like, at a future time, get Talonflame to ramp up on some energy and then get another fly. Unfortunately, it is the mirror match. So not going to be able to flip switch. Not that it matters. So there's the first Rock Tomb. Hopefully it lowers their attack enough that I will get a second Rock Tomb off. It should be low enough to their attack lowered enough to get the second Rock Tomb off, which will put pressure on their... Again, I won't take them out because they just lowered my attack, but going to lower the attack for the second time. We'll put some pressure on, and I'm instant swapping. Kind of interesting. I thought I would make them let me farm because now I'm just switch locked and my attack is lowered. Going for the Night Slash here because I think that they would be able to take me out before I get to the Trailblaze, and I just want to try and chip, and they didn't count, so that's great. But this thing is loaded, and I do have 2 shields, but I'm probably going to give them both back right here, especially with a Body Slam bait, which they can Body Slam bait me because I'm pretty low and my Cradily is at basically nothing. So it's 2 easy baits here if they want. They do go Water Pulse there, so I will be able to go at least 1 more there. Didn't really want to test 2. So getting a little bit extra energy on that Incinerate. It is a Drapion in the back. Fly is not going to be enough to take them out, and this thing is just too spammy, and Cradily's got a bad matchup. Do take them out, but they'll be able to Poison Sting me down and come out with an Aqua Tail to take out my Talonflame. Talonflame into Scizor. Okay, obviously they're going to get out because this is a brutal matchup, and they get out into Cradily, so I got a nice answer for this one. This one's set up to be easy. Do you need to shield this? No, you'll live with a few HP if you want. I do shield it just because I think it is more valuable to keep alignment here. It's not only a little valuable, it's extremely valuable when I have Cradily in the back of my own. Unfortunately for them, they had lowered my attack and they would have had a decent matchup anyways, but I just double boosted it. So now I'm single boosted heading into this matchup, which is really going to put some pressure on their shields here. Yeah, so they do shield the first one. They will get to a move and take me out here, and they're going to have to throw immediately because they do not want me to get another move off already boosted. But they're going to have to get out immediately. It is a Pharaoh. Getting to the fly, again, just putting some pressure on these shields, knowing that I'm going to take it out or grab a shield. I'll likely grab a shield. But that is all I need when I can come in here and get the Rock Tomb. Depending on how much this does, I will probably overfarm. Can't overfarm anymore. Yeah, if I'm trying to overfarm a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to double shield overfarm. The reason I can't do... Because if I let them take me out, I put myself in a weird spot of maybe like they're going to put enough pressure on me with their Pokemon. But if I took it out too quick, they would just fast move me down and come out with a move. And I don't want that either. So I do over farm to be able to Rock Tomb them out, was the strategy there. Marowak, not as good of a matchup as you want it to be, considering it is a ground Pokemon. So I get to the move. Yes, you have to throw it right on CMP because they're getting to their Rock Slide at the same time. But it is now an easy bait. As you can see, these Mud Slaps have chipped me to the yellow, essentially. And now gonna have to respect that this is going to chip me even lower, so I don't want to take that. And commit to the Incinerate down. So they do grab both shields. Let's see what's coming in here. Togekiss, so I'm going straight Fly because I don't want the 3-2-3, I want 3-2-2. So go Fly there, knowing that I can just go back to back. Hopefully it's enough to take out. Maybe not, though. It is enough to take out. It's an Empoleon in the back. Holy smokes, almost a full sweep here. So come in with Cradily. Basically, I just want them to throw. If they have moves, I want them to throw both moves. Because I have a Grass Knot, so they have to throw both moves, or else I'm going to take it out. And they do not, which means this Grass Knot will register and take them out. Diggersby, again, not as good of a... This is one of those weird ones. Talonflame is like decent against some Pokemon that you think it should be bad against, and not as good against some Pokemon that you think it should be good against. So we have a Diggersby on the lead here. Scorching, they outpace you to the Scorching Sands. Unfortunately for me, that Scorching Sand, despite being nerfed, does register and lower my attack. So even me boosting my attack just makes me back to even here. Going Fly, hoping to take it out. They do not, because they know these quick attacks are adding up and they can basically just take me out with the Scorching Sands. So now I'm making my decision. Do let it go. Not quite enough to take me out. I was hoping I can Bullet Punch down, and now I'm just kind of screwed myself, quite honestly. I thought them dumping the Scorching Sands would allow me to take them out with the Bullet Punch, but they get to a Fire Punch, which is double super effective. The Dene does let the move go. I can come Acid down. And we'll have to see what's in the back. It is a Togekiss in the back. Aura Sphere is super effective. But if I lower their attack once, that... And I tried to catch... Yeah, so I tried to catch the Aura Sphere and it did not work. And then they tried to catch on the Diggersby. And then we CMP. So if it is super effective, if it's enough to take me out, I'll lose. If it's not, then I'll get my move off on CMP and take them out. So both of us kind of recognizing what the strategy there for the WinCon was. Talonflame into Empoleon. This is a matchup you just play out. It's a pretty good matchup for the Talonflame. The Metal Sound is resisted. The Incinerates are neutral. They will outpace you, but as you can see here, just absolutely Incinerates are adding up. You can go one more Incinerate because it will be like 20 versus 19 because they threw on 14, essentially. They could shield and get to another move, and at that case, you just shield back and come out with a ton of energy, boosted already attack, and a decent amount of health. So that's exactly what's going to happen here. It is an Altaria, so my attack is boosted already once. Flame Charge is resisted, so we're just going to have to go Fly. Going for the extra Incinerate because I think it's like 11 or 12 to the first ones, which means I can get to move here before them. And they double shield, and that is huge. These Incinerates are still putting pressure on them. Yeah, tons of pressure on. So they have to throw because I'm at another move. Talonflame can really cause some problems here. Malamar comes in. I was hoping that if they threw a superpower, I would live a superpower. And if they just throw Foul Play, that's not going to be enough. And then I will instant swap because Scizor is half steel, so it will resist the Psy Waves. and do take them out too, and then Altaria has nothing left. Last one here, Talonflame into Fortress, so fantastic lead. They're going to get out into Dust Noir, which is a tough one. And if I remember, I feel like I screw this up. So Dust Noir is tough because it is doing just as much damage as the Talonflame. Cradily Acid is resisted, so I have to do that. I want to keep Switch because Cradily is going to have a terrible, terrible, terrible matchup against the Fortress. And then I'm like, oh, but the Fortress is freaking running Volt Switch, which means it's now at a Rock Tomb. So now it's got a shield and it's got energy. So I have to come Cradily. While they're still going to have some Rock Tombs, I just really didn't have a chance otherwise. But now they have a shield advantage, and they almost 100% still have an answer to fire in the back because they're double weak to fire. So even though they have Volt Switch, they probably have an answer to fire in the back with a shield. So I'm probably screwed. Going for the Rock Tomb here, I probably should be like banking this energy and coming into the Incinerate user. But yeah, 100% they have a water Pokemon. So no shot here. Kind of like the mid game there killed me. I didn't have an amazing answer to Dust Noir, and it just absolutely cost me this game. Playing out that mid game and losing shields, and then Volt Switch instead of a Bug Bite on the lead there. So, yeah, pretty bad Go Battle Day. We'll play out a few matchups today, and then it is Great League and Halloween Cup. I feel like I'm gonna go to Halloween Cup just to give myself a little break. I'll have Great League battles because I have like one or two more teams that I can showcase for the Great League, plus one or two other viewer submissions from earlier. So I have Great Leagues, but I feel like I'm also just going to try and play some Halloween Cup. Top teams tomorrow, Halloween Cup, Great League, and then we'll probably do balanced, I think 1-1. One Great League, one Halloween Cup. We'll see what people are watching, and then we'll go from there. Let me know what you're playing next week, Halloween Cup or Great League. Anyways, hope your Go Battle Day went well. Open to suggestions. I'm going to try one of the toxic. Someone put a pretty toxic team that actually looks very strong in my Discord. And I'm like, I'm going to test it out because what do I have to lose at this point? Anyways, that is it. For those of you who've been following me for my sports coverage, Yamamoto, holy crap, that dude is filthy. Filthy is a very Canadian American, I'll say Western way of saying fantastic stuff. Like so Toronto Blue Jays in the finals against the Los Angeles LA Dodgers took game one, fantastic. And then the Dodgers starter who went a complete game last time also just threw a complete game, one earned against the Blue Jays. And his command was on all night, and he has such a variety of pitches, and it's just like I was on like the Blue Jays Discord the entire night, and it's like you can't even be mad. This is just like impressive how like dominating he is. So 1-1 headed into series game 3 tonight. 3 in a row here in LA, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, sports channel went right. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.